Hello guys, and welcome back to part 6 of creating an animated ninja. This is going to be a quick part, I hope, where we're just going to be painting the eyes the same way we painted the ninja itself. And just one last thing before we do that, I noticed the problem with the hands here. Their rotation is wrong for this A pose. We want the thumb kind of rotated in line with um, this part here, just for when we're rigging and stuff to make it a bit easier. So I'm gonna hit L above the hand, and it's gonna select UV islands. So we just make sure we have everything, looks like it, and yeah, I think it's gonna rotate it on the other side too, which yeah, we've got the mirror, so it should be good. Um, so the normal is completely off. Let's see, local is completely off too. So let's see if I can manage to line this up well and give it a rotation like that. Okay, so that definitely messed some things up. Um, it's okay. We'll get this back to shape. So we just turn it like that a bit, and let's see. No, I still want that rotated. Actually, that's fine. That's fine. So all I want now is to move this up back here and back here. So this isn't a very fun way of fixing a mistake, but sometimes it just happens that you're gonna be fixing your mistake like this. I don't know why, but sometimes the normal and local gizmo just doesn't help you at all. So that seems to be lined up pretty well. It's a bit better than what I wanted, or what it was before. So yeah, let's just leave it like that. Cool. Another thing before we go anywhere else, I'm gonna go into. Okay, I lost my texturing preset, so I'm just gonna bring that back by going to UV image editor here. I won't worry about that for now. Let's just go into texture paint, and we should have our thing back here. I just want to smooth out this area a bit more. So yeah, let's just kind of run shift over there. See, it's got some jaggedy edges and stuff. I'm not even sure if shift is even doing much, but anyway. Okay, I think that's gonna sort itself out when we bump up this. It's okay. We'll deal with that. Okay, so let's start texture painting the eyes. We'll just do it like everything else before. We have to go to texture paint. Go to the missing data, add a diffuse color. Let's just make this 2K as well. 248. 248. This is eyes diff color. We don't need an alpha, and boom. Cool. So here, let's have a look at our eyes here. Um, and yeah, this is gonna be just like before. Let's take our brush to the top. Um, Stroke is what I was looking for last time. Colored palette over here, and yeah, let's get started. Text draw, we're gonna start with the full strength full up, and yeah, let's go into edit mode, hide ninja, and let's select the iris firstly, and let's texture the iris quickly. So I was first thinking a blue, but since the suit is blue, we're gonna make a brownish eye, and darkish brownish eye, something like that, full strength, and cool. So we've got that. The bleeding, I don't like that when that happens. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it's kind of made brown here as well. I don't know if it will do it again. Let's see. No, so it didn't do it this time. Cool. Now we will paint the white quickly, and then we'll go and do our edits afterwards. So let's go back into edit mode, hit Control I, and then I want to see and just remove this crap here. Just make sure. Cool. And yeah, so now we'll go back here, and we should be able to fill this with the white. So let's go pure white, or just below pure white, and fill this in. Cool. So that's what we got around there. Yeah, so something's bothering me here that I can see, so we're going to that blade over there. Why? I just wanted this part, and this part, and this part to be brown, but it bled over to there. Maybe I needed that. Yeah. Okay. So here's a good example of why we'd need another holding edge to keep that color in there and not from spreading that much. Cool. So pupil is black, iris brown. Let's finish this off. So now what we can do is we'll select all of this here like that, and you, and Control I. This way we can only paint so this is quite annoying over here, so I want to fix that quickly by just text draw. We want the same whitish color here. No, that's not white. Okay, I should have a color picker here somewhere. Ooh, why can't I remember the color picker? And this is why your swatches are so important, because all I seem to be doing now is getting different shades of white. So the best thing to do is to fill this. Just go to the full, and now I have this swatch which should be perfect. Okay, so we want to invert this so that we can only paint this section here. And yeah, so now for me, of course, I'm back with my tablet. I'm gonna grab shit, we didn't save this brown either. Okay, luckily we're using a different kind of brown now, so we're gonna go into the darker parts, and we're going to mix this with a strength of 0.5. And I forgot that we need to remove this here too. We don't want to paint brown there, so then we go back, and now finally we can come and add some darker shade here. So as you guys can and most likely have already seen, I'm not the best artist on the block. I don't draw really well and stuff, so I'm sorry. Let's see what happens if I write. Okay, so sorry for the silence. I'm just making these weird little squigglies through the eye like this. It's just gonna help for when I grab the smear tool and start to smear some things. It will just add some variations and stuff, I hope. Anyway, let's not get too sidetracked here. Let's grab the smear tool and see what we've got when we just start. Okay, I don't want the radius there, I want the strength a bit higher, 0.5, and let's start putting things. So yeah, just going, and from the edge of this brown I'm kind of smearing it outwards, and I'll show you how this tool becomes really nice soon. Just smudge around these areas here, just something like this, and then we bring the smudge tool really down, small. I'm using F for that, by the way. Bring the strength up to 1. You can use Shift F for that actually. And now if we smear, you can see what that does. Okay, so maybe the strength is too high here. Let's bring it to 0.7. And now we start doing this kind of this all around here through this. Just kind of scribble through it, break it up a bit. try to make it look a bit more natural, and then we can go into edit mode here and allow ourselves to paint on everything, and that allows us to take a bit of the black here and turn off. So that's maybe too much. So maybe with the black we can take the strength down to 0.4. Also bring the brush down and just play around the edge. Just and here I'm using shift and trying to smooth, and now and then even leave smooth and use the smear again at the same spot. So here we've got a pupil. It's not perfect, it's far from perfect actually, but anyway, I'm gonna, okay, it seems like when I do that with all this doesn't work out well to try and smooth, so I just left that and smooth over this. And finally we just want to take a dark here, blackish actually, not solid black but black, and it's a very low strength, something like 0.1 maybe, no, it's gonna be like 0.4 actually. And let's try, I think I can have a steady stroke maybe, smooth stroke, radius 75. Oof, that's too long, so let's say radius 30. Oh, I fucked it up. Okay, so we want to take this 0.7 least, and let's try and do this better. And stop. And stop. Okay, so far from perfect, but let's try and smooth this a bit like that, and maybe try to smear it a bit as well. So yeah, just smoothing away, smearing away, sorry, but really trying not to push my pen or the mouse away from where I'm pushing it, because you'd really get some weird things, and I can demonstrate that. Like here, if I do that, you know, it's a bit too much. So this eye is honestly terrible looking, but it's gonna have to do. I'm gonna leave that as is for tutorial purposes. Here we've got the eye, we're saving it, and now we can simply leave that. Go into texture and have a look. So here is our character. He's completely textured now. He's actually ready for rigging, ready for animation, all of that. Um, the only next thing I'd like to do in the next part, and maybe we even start rigging in that part, is just setting up these materials on a principled shader and adding some procedural effects for some roughness, some normal map details and things like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and that you guys are learning some things, and if you are, please hit the subscribe and the like button, and I'll be back with part 7, I believe. Bye.